A day in the life of a Pokemon content creator. I basically wake up and I check my views, and we're down 3%, which means I'm statistically failing slightly lower than yesterday. Usually I eat some cereal and stare into my analytics like they're gonna reveal some sort of retention secrets or something, but they don't. The retention's down like 12%, which sounds bad, but it was worse yesterday, so that's okay. We'll just keep going. And the graph looks more like Bidoof fell off a cliff, and that's okay. Then I usually open Pokemon Go and I'll catch like a Pidgey or something, and he exists for like 2 seconds before I vaporize him into candy, just so that I can use him to power up a Mega that I'll probably never use anyway. And I could look for a raid. Sometimes I do. I'm usually out of raid passes by then, and I could buy one. It's just that I draw the line of using fake money for fake birds, right? I just donate my unpaid labor to an app that treats my attention span like a held item instead. After that, I usually close the app and I decide I'm gonna, edit a video or something. It takes me 3 hours to trim like 10 minutes of footage into something that might pass for something that's watchable if the algorithm happens to be in a pretty good mood. Otherwise, I check the comments, and usually the first one is like, do your research. And it's like, bro, I did. I researched so much, 12 hours, so long. And you watched 13 seconds of the video, and then you bounced when I said Rayquaza instead of Rayquaza. So there you go. Maybe that's my issue. After that, I usually just doom scroll Reddit for a while. Sometimes I find really interesting lore on there, like the one about Gengar being Cluffable, being flatlined into like a taxidermied shadow self. That's usually pretty interesting. I like things like that. Sometimes I watch all 6 hours, feel nothing but respect and just sort of the exhaustion at this creator having made it, and I'm just like a little hamster spinning my wheel. After that, sometimes I focus on the thumbnails and what those might look like, and they have to have red glowing eyes, the silhouette of a Pokemon in the background, lots of arrows. Taco, stop barking. That's my dog. Usually the title's something crazy like, these Pokemon are broken and probably illegal. And then the thumbnail's just like Farfetch'd in the background outlined with a black silhouette to get you engaged, right? Backlit like he's about to drop a diss track or something. Oh, that would be an interesting genre of Pokemon content. Just boy bands with Pokemon on their covers. That would be fun. That'd be fun. The afternoon hits, and I just kind of a little tired. Most folks are a little tired in the afternoon. Sometimes I'll get some coffee. Usually, I just question like, should I become like a cozy Pokemon content creator? Should I just be a shiny hunter? I just don't know. Should I just stop content creating at all? It's a daily conversation I have with myself. The afternoon, I'm thinking about, lo-fi shiny hunting or something like that. Sometimes I'll buy some Pokemon merch, like a Dratini or something. Not Pikachu, though. He's just very overrated and kind of frustrating at times. I do want to play Pokemon Unite, so sometimes I try to do that. Sometimes I don't. Usually I just get crushed, and I'm not sure if I'm actually fighting bots or humans. Maybe humans, because I lose so poorly. I'm not sure. But, I sort of slip into despair and ask myself, why? Why am I playing this game? I'm not sure. Usually at night, I kind of lay in bed and I think, okay, what do I need to do for next day? Checking thumbnails and views and more content, and that's just a typical Tuesday.